being on in spaces like Twitter and Instagram, and maybe it's you're obsessed with work, that can throw your frequency off because you're putting in energy in one space and not balancing out the energies in others. So it can throw off the frequency. And then it's hard to listen on which frequency you need to get on so you can raise your vibration, so you can celebrate yourself through the physical, the mental, the emotional, the creative, the emotion, the emotional. Okay, that's coming through very strongly right now. There's a lot of you who repress your emotions, especially when it becomes too much, and then you seek externally more, which just blows you out mentally. So you have to be so silent right now and just understand that right now you're sorting through the repression. And when you can heal what's been repressed, you no longer are depressed or weighed down by the versions of yourself that have not rid the frequency, okay? Because now you're able to ride it. There's a reason that you're getting on this ride. So you need to be intentional. This next series is intentional. When you're intentional, you're connected to the heart. Your heart is intentional because it's a soul's knowing, while your mind creates your egos. Like, it creates the fears, it creates the doubts. And then you send waves down to your heart that say, I can't do this. I'm not unique enough. I don't deserve it. There's too many people doing this. It's not about what other people are doing, it's about what you're doing and how you're bringing your unique thought, your unique belief, passions, energy to this community. Because ultimately, what you're bringing isn't what they're bringing. What you're bringing is integrity. What you're bringing, ooh, someone's throat chakra is just, baby, speak up for yourself. Some of your heart isn't open and it's blocking your throat chakra from speaking up. Or you're fearful of the change in your reality that will come if you speak up. A lot of you didn't speak up for yourself in a previous argument, in a previous situation, or you did speak up and you spoke out of fear and your words got misrepresented, or you didn't think you did well. Maybe this is a court case, you like had to speak up in court and you don't think you did well, and spirit is saying to stop worrying about that because that's causing more blockage. You need to a lot of you just need to stop living in your past timelines. Understand that you can jump on the wave anytime. You can jump in anytime. Like, that's the thing. You're not restricted in any way. You actually have a lot of freedom, but your mind is telling you you don't. Your ego is making you small, and spirit is trying to expand you right now. So if you're getting very fearful of speaking up for yourself, start with something simple as ordering, you know, what you want for breakfast at a restaurant. But you need to go to the restaurant, go to a restaurant and say, I would like a cardamom latte with whole milk, extra foam on top. You know, say it how you like it. And if you don't know how you like it, you need to start learning about what you like. Crazy. Haven't had a cough like at all, so this is weird. Um, yeah. Sorry, that was a channel message for someone. All right. Well, I don't know if there's any more downloads. We talked about the heart leading. We talked about quieting the ego. And some of y'all are already here, so you already know what you're doing. You know, whether it's waking up and you're just in silence. Maybe your morning routine right now, baby, is you just get up and look at your damn phone. And that's what you do, okay? Maybe it's you get up and you go out into the sun, or you take your dogs for a walk. Um, but pay attention to that morning ritual. It sets the tone for your day. So energetically, I like to start with something warm or hot on my throat, whether it be bone broth or uh, right now I'm doing this coffee replacement. It's been really good. It's just maca, ashwagandha, lion's mane, some other things. It's really fucking amazing. Oh, cacao. What the fuck? How did I forget cacao? That's my jam. My heart is just open right now. Like I am in like a state of so much love. Like I want to text every fucking person I know and say like, "Hey, I love you," but there's no point in doing that because like obviously there's love there. So I'm just sending out frequencies of just waves of love to people. Like, "Oh my god, I love you so much. Thank you for being in my life right now. You like, damn, like I got some really dope people in my life right now, and I'm like, I just like I can see so much of our futures together, and it's like really beautiful because I am on a frequency of receiving love now. So like I'm actually attracting the right people in my life, and like there's not even a lot of them, but it's so quality, it's so good. I'm like fucking loved, and that's because God loves me, and that's because I love me, and so the people in my life are the right people, and this is the right time, and this is the right timeline. And it's so funny because I've talked about like karma coming back, and I'm like, I'm not even scared. Like, come, we can always have a conversation, but there doesn't ever have to be like, I'm gonna go back. Like, no, absolutely not, because I know my worth now. And so that's just, yeah. I hope y'all are really excited for March. This is a really great season. It's going to be kicking off energies of final releases and just like stepping into your power. Like, there's so much energy that's going to be in Aries. We have the spring equinox energy. Like, if you're tapped, you know, like on those equinoxes and I forget what the other one is. Spring equinox, fall. Wait, the equinox is always in cardinal season, I think. Corinne, what is it? Winter solstice and summer solstice. So those energies are both like very intense. If you're tapped, you know that. Anyways, though, your past is just whenever you level up, something from your past comes back because it tries to like test your energy to see if you're ready for like what you're really asking for. And so a lot of people are like, "Yo, like I'm fucking my like I just got invested into like I'm into a penthouse. I'm moving into a much larger space. I'm moving across the country. I'm moving out of the country." And like as you do that, baby, that's when the phone call comes. Like it's going to ask you, like it's going to give you an offer. And you have to decide, am I going to take this offer? Like is this going to uplift me? Is it going to like destroy me? I'm excited. I'm like I don't know who's coming from my past, but I'm ready to have the conversation, and I'm going to tell you about yourself and like also forgive you because I don't have the energy to like wait, you know, not wait but like waste. um, so that's another message I want to bring up is forgiveness. Understand the only thing that's fucking holding you back right now is your unwillingness to forgive. Okay, forgive them because they actually don't know. They don't know what you know, and that's because they haven't done the work. And that's okay too. We don't have to condemn somebody or judge somebody because they're not on the level that you are, but you can love them because that's all God has asked us to do. That's all Jesus asked for us is just to show love and don't condemn and don't judge. So I think a part of understanding like your role as like an ascension master as like I want to say ascension master like a part of having that role is to choose the higher road but to also know when you need to like immerse yourself in an experience and also know how to have boundaries and also know that you are worth more than you know peasantry or begging someone to hear you or you know it just you are an ascension master, and a part of being a master is understanding that every level has a devil that is going to be 10 times as strong as the last one. And when you get to that next level, you got to know how to combat that devil. You know, you watch movies like Doctor Strange. What does he do? He goes into different dimensions and he has new demons that he has to destroy, which are really just a part of his mind. Everything happens in the mind and it cycles through. So if something is going to cycle through, you have to recognize that pattern and know that the pattern is only going to get more complex. That's the challenge. So how does your mind deal with conflict? How does your mind deal with confrontation? How does your mind deal with when something challenges your peace? Is it uplifting you? Is it productive? Or is it destructive? If I forgive them, the only thing that I'm doing for myself is giving back their energy so I can reserve my peace. And this is people's like ex partners, like people you thought you married, like ex fiancés, like this is like really people's like people that they have been that they chose themselves out of. They said, I love you so fucking much, but I know I can't end up with it. Like if I did that to myself, it would be a detriment. And I want to live life. I want to know myself at my best. And if you don't bring out my best, then you can't be for me. These are people that have walked away from like lifetimes of karmic partners. Like you've known them in several lives. This isn't just easy shit. This is like a decision, a commitment to something new. You've already seen what that shit is like. You already know. So it's you don't want to go back. You don't resonate with that. Like you're not her anymore. You're not him anymore. Oh my god. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, prime guardian angels and spirits that just guide us through this life. I just ask that you allow me to read for the collective with truth, with honesty, with boldness, with trust that this is for their highest goods, for our highest goods as a collective. I pray that you bring me a sense of peace from this reading, that this collective experiences peace, that they understand from this that this is coming from a place of love. I thank you so much for using me as a vessel, Spirit, and I'm so grateful to get to this collective. And just I pray, amen. All right, what does the collective need to hear right now? What is the collective moving through as we step into March? Let's go present. In the world, not of the world, okay? As the energy gets more like fluid, look at how much energy is happening right now. There's so much growth, things just going on all around her. It can get very chaotic along with this Piscean energy, y'all. It can be very foggy over the eyes. It can be like illusions, okay? As crazy as it gets, you're in the world, not of it. So your ego mind, the fear wants to go like, oh, I'm gonna go consume more. I'm gonna go, look at porn again because I used to be addicted and I stopped, but now I kind of like go back here and there. Ooh, no, like, ooh, I'm getting stressed or I'm getting too much energy. I'm gonna go to the club again, even though you don't go anymore because you're not trying to go back to your old life. Like chaos comes in delusion. Okay, so if you're not clear, you're not going to be able to make decisions that are coming from a space of clarity. And so you have to be the reminder. You have to be the rememberer, okay? 34, 2023, a 7 year, 34, 7. You have to tap into your consciousness, your truth, so you can make good decisions, so you don't go backwards. Now that you're conscious, if you go backwards, it's like, shame on you, you know? So March is going to be an energetic time. Doesn't mean it's going to be a bad time. I'm telling you, if you've done the work, you've been emotionally doing the work, a lot of that shit will be easy to combat and see. I think a lot of it is just like some of y'all are addicted to like meeting people online. Like some of y'all are just addicted to dating. And it's weird. Like y'all be on Love is Blind. Like y'all are trying to get on the show. Like you're like all over Hinge. You're trying to get the passcode to whatever that dating one is. Raya. I'm not gonna take those. Pandora's Gift 45. That's a 9. Okay. Releasing Allegiances was on the bottom of the deck. That's a 10. So the self. Okay, let's talk about it. The self wants to feel so free, but we don't even realize sometimes the chaos can make us feel trapped. And then we get sucked into it. We get sucked in. And that's like how the Matrix works. This is why like you have to be like alert. You got to be aware of your demons, because you can get very sucked into the Matrix without even realizing it. Like all of a sudden, you go back to work, and then you're working 6 days out of the week when you weren't very clear about what you wanted for work, right? And so now you're getting the worst of it, and you're tired, and now you don't cook for yourself anymore, and now you eat out more. Like you start to go into this cycle, and that's what the Matrix does, because it wants to drain you of your resource, of your energy. And so this is your reminder: you're in the world, you're not of it. All you have to do is make decisions that align with who you are, your truth. And watch how spirit just brings and attracts all these beautiful gifts to you. Some of those gifts can be negative gifts, negative energies, negative people that just see your light and they say, damn, I want peace. Damn, look at the life that she exudes. And having so much of that knowledge, especially like from the experiences, it's a high that you can really like feel, right? Like when you go out for the first time, like when you were in like 20, 21, whatever, you go out to the club for the first time, it's a high. That's why like it becomes a habit. You started very young and now it became a habit. Now you're doing it all the time. So like our gift can also be like a Jezebel spirit, if we will. It could be an energy of like, ooh, I have a lure now. Or maybe you've like become like a serial dater. Someone's a serial dater in this motherfucking collective. And you know how to play the game so well that it's like now you get a high from it. That cycle is closing, okay? With that 9, you're seeing like, oh, I have more knowledge now, and so I no longer am gonna go that way. I have to go this way, down this trail, because this trail actually makes me feel better about myself. Like this trail actually expands my heart. This trail actually feels like love instead of like disappointment, trauma, pain, self sabotage, betrayal. You know what I mean? Like there's always paths, there's always decisions, and the decisions just really line up into a disciplinary action. And that disciplinary action becomes just a part of who we are. And who we are is what we stand by. And what we stand by is our principle, our morals. And our morals are how we choose to live. It's a way of life. Okay? So, like, you no longer have to question if you're, like, gonna go hang out with a fuckboy. You trust yourself more. You respect yourself more. You're not going backwards. You're definitely going forwards, you know? Like, that's the decision. And 10, releasing allegiances. This is funny. I did a TikTok video earlier and I actually pulled this card. Okay, a lot of you guys are stepping away from like bullshit. I love myself so much. I really don't think that's a good idea because I know how I am in those situations and I don't really want to shrink myself today. So I'm actually just not going to go. Or that friend is just not a really good friend to me and just fucking. Do y'all hear this? Okay. We must be strong. Okay? That's what the song just said. We must be strong. Be strong. You may have a relationship that you struggle letting go. Like, we've been together since college. Our relationship is strongly based off sex. And I know that there's something else out there for me, but I just can't imagine living without him. Baby, well, if you can't imagine it, why don't you try living it? I just want to read this one because I feel like this is an important message and the collective needs to know exactly what it means. 10, releasing allegiances. It is time to hold on to yourself and let go of another, even if just for a time. You have gained all that was meant to be from that connection, at least for now. You have given and you have received. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your life. What the fuck have I talked about this entire time? This is crazy. You have completed many cycles in the vibrational frequency of consciousness that you are now being asked to release. You have been in that vibrational frequency for some time now. You have earned the right to step out of that frequency, out of the habits, relationships, and the possibilities that are limited to the outmolded frequency. It is now time to expand into higher frequencies of experience that will bring enhanced love, empowerment, and peace into your life. You will take the wisdom of what you have learned with you into something new. New connections, new relationships, new life experiences at a higher turn of the spiral of life. But first, you. Trust that you can step into solitude for a time without being consumed by loneliness. It is time to reconnect with yourself. Perhaps you have had a period of outward orientation where your energy has been diverted away from the inner journey of self-discovery and creative self-expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. Trust that you may need to step back momentarily, even from your healthy relationships and commitments, to refresh your spirit by reconnecting with your own nature in solitude. Perhaps you have been diving so deep into the creative waters that you have lost your bearings or your energetic connection to the earth, your own life, and your needs in here and now. Either way, you need to come back to and ground your body. This is a time for self-love, for paying attention to yourself, for nurturing, holding, and being with you. It doesn't mean you can't love another. It just means you need to turn your attention inwards for a time, for some quality time with you. You will emerge renewed, refreshed, and clear about your journey and your relationships. And as a result of this oracle is also a confirmation that the work you have been doing on yourself is working for you. Your level of self-love is growing, and your ability to love consciously and healthily is increasing as a result. Some connections in your life will mature along with you, and your regard and affection will deepen and blossom. It will be revealed that other relationships are no longer relevant in your life journey. You will know which is which because you will feel it. You will feel it most clearly when you have some time to be with yourself in reconnection. If you have been contemplating a change in lifestyle, enrolling in a class, or joining a group, starting a project, or setting aside time to focus on your inner work, then this oracle comes as a confirmation that these things would be supportive, healthy, and helpful for you. This oracle also comes with particular guidance. There is a situation that has recently arisen or will arise soon where you need to back yourself. Get the fuck out of here. I was spot on with this. This actually sometimes be a little bit like, woo, oh, woo. Don't be put upon or hoodwinked into backing down by the emotional reactions of others. Stand your ground and stay aligned with what you know to be true. No matter how wonderful something seems logically or on the surface, if it doesn't feel right for you, okay? If it's not your soul, if it's not your heart, it is not for you at this time. Perhaps that will change and it will be right for you later. Perhaps you will step away and realize with relief and that you had a lucky escape from a situation that would have ended up unnecessarily costing you. Either way, backing yourself and not giving in to the opinion of another, no matter how highly you would have rated that opinion in the past, it is important. It is highly likely that you are breaking with tradition, with the role model or belief system that you have outgrown. You must be there for yourself because you are doing well, you are on the right path, and you are growing. Well done. Can we just say we have been conditioned our whole life? All that we've been doing in the last 3 years, we're breaking conditions, breaking karmic contracts, breaking dishes all night. Rihanna, I won't stop until I see a fight. I'm about a man. I'm a fighter man. I'm a fighter man. A man. A man. Okay. Um, some of these traditions we never agreed to, like we never wanted to do. Our parents taught us, or they did it because they were trying to fit in, or like we don't realize, but all the energies that we've been around our entire life are us. We've now like integrated those into our being, and so we have to forget the things that actually aren't rooted in any true value to us, to our morals, to the way that we believe, to the way that we feel. You have to remember, like, if you are moving on fucking robotics right now, you aren't tapped into your heart space. And you have a long way to go, which is not a bad thing. Don't worry. You're obviously here on this video for a reason, but if you are not consciously aware of these little things, it's going to be harder to face these tests. It's going to be harder to break the pattern. So pay attention, because right now you have decisions that are going to cost you your life. Sometimes staying with the wrong person will lead you down a life path of sickness, of disappointment, of bad fortunes. So being conscious about where and who you are choosing to have around you is even more of energetic, like desperation. Like not even desperation. Like it just needs to be. It just needs to be done right now. Because the times that we are in, we are being faced with very demonic energies that are taking over vessels that are unconscious. So if you cannot tap into your heart space right now, sometimes it's going to be hard to discern, because if your heart is blocked, baby, that third eye ain't busting open. And if it does, you're going to go into psychosis and you're not going to know how to ground your body because your lower chakras haven't even been touched. You don't need to even think about busting open the third eye until you can bust down that root chakra on the ground. So you can bust down Tatiana. Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Anything in pertaining to releasing allegiances? What is this Pisces season about to entail? What does March feel like, look like? Yeah, that was present. Every journey starts with a single step. This card wanted to come out earlier. I put it back, but I'm going to bring it out. Look at all the energy that's seeming out of her. Look at how grounded and centered she is. Look at the faith. Her chin is up high. She's confident. Shoulders are relaxed. Heart is open. Look at the butterflies. The transformation has occurred, and she's trusting the journey. 3, 12. Okay, breaks down to a 3. Moving with centeredness, with compassion. It's giving Libra, okay? Communication, the want to know, curiosity, intimacy, understanding that there's always something out there for you. Future. Ooh, I don't know. Sorry, Spirit. No. We're going to just read it as it is. But come to life. This is a 7. So we started with the 7. We're now at another 7. 7 is the energy of creativity. It is the energy of water. It is the energy of trust, of faith, of knowing. This is the self journey. A lot of y'all have really committed to the self. Some of y'all are like, I'm so good by myself, you don't even realize something beautiful is about to come in for you romantically. There's more butterflies here. Legacy of Light, we have another 7. 777 is now in this reading. Baby, it has entered the chat, which is funny. Yesterday was a 777 day. Good luck and fortune is right around the corner for y'all. I'm seeing some people stepping out as artists. I'm seeing some people stepping out as readers. Maybe like you've been studying astrology. Finally, you're like doing astrology readings. I'm seeing artists though. I'm seeing like people are like fashion designers. You're like doing something you've always wanted to do. Like visions are just coming through and you're just making it. Like you're literally just being guided to make it and you're doing it. It's just passed down from generations. Your family was always doing this. So it could be like a seamstress, I'm hearing fashion designer, crochet, knit, weaving, textiles. If you're being called to do that, I would jump in on it. Conscious connections. Yeah, this is leading y'all to your tribe. The willingness, the wanting to know yourself is leading you to people that literally mirror you, that embrace you, that love you. Some of you have been like, damn, I just wish I had a friend that got me. You're either getting closer to someone that you've known or a friend is coming in. You're meeting them at something that you're choosing to go to. It could be like an art festival or like a music festival that you're like going to alone, or that you may just be going to with a friend that you just met or something, and then y'all are going to become best friends. That's not even that. It could be like maybe you're really into like race cars, I'm hearing. So you go to like the track and then you meet someone at the track and y'all become friends. Just look at those two fish flowing to the Pisces energy I'm getting. There's an 8 here, abundance, attracting success. This could be a business partner. And I love how they're naked. It really makes me feel like it's someone that you can just be raw with, because we can all agree that that's not the same girl. and one's looking at the camera. This is someone who's going to be very confident. This is someone who's going to really encourage you to be vulnerable. This is someone who allows you to be naked with them. Take that as you will. Maybe some of y'all are lesbians. It's the yin to your yang I'm hearing. But I'm just like, I don't know. It may just be like someone, it could be a feminine man as well. Leo energy is also coming through, so Leo and a Pisces could get together. Just so funny. I've been hearing that a lot recently. I'm like, why am I hearing this? You don't like that. I just heard Libra. Anything else that the collective needs to know for March, Spirit? What is this conscious connections? Is this romantic or platonic? Thank you. Bring into form. It could be an earth sign. Oh, 5. Someone is... Whew. Power of attraction. Someone is like literally moving towards you right now. This could be your tribe, but I'm also hearing romantic. I'm hearing earth sign, water sign, maybe a Leo and an earth sign, or a Sagittarius and an earth sign, or a Pisces and an earth sign. Could be Life Path 7, Life Path 3, Life Path 5. Okay. So is there anything else you want to tell them about March? I feel like March is about to be a hype, y'all. It's going to be good. Hope, optimism, peace is coming through. Some of y'all are just like literally moving to the beat of your own drum. This is funny because last week I like knitted with like 6-year-old women and we had so much fun. And like one was like trying to bully me and I was like hitting her right the fuck back and she loved it. She was an Aquarius and we were just vibing. We were literally vibing the entire time. And like they were like all these old white women. I was like, okay, you know what? I can hang. But yeah, I just feel like you're like it's just attracting really dope people around you because you're following your beat. I also feel like Life Path 5s are like kind of about creativity and being an inner child and like goofy and you're just like kind of stepping into this inner child energy. So maybe this is also like the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo. Some of y'all are just like laughing. Like life is like funny to you now. Like you're not stressed anymore. You're not carrying stress. You're like so tapped in. Like I'm telling you, like we shifted. Something beautiful happened. Softly, softly, a tender touch. You guys are getting it just insanely in touch with your emotions. Like it's honestly super sexy. Like even if when you argue now, it's like you're not like fighting the person, you're fighting the problem. I just think some of you also are like scared of this relationship because you're like, I don't want to ruin it again like I did in the past. And Spirit's assuring you that you've done the work that you need to do on yourself to know if you know, are in the right relationship to begin with and understanding that you can be vulnerable and knowing that someone is going to like respond instead of react to you. You're not like in this child father dynamic where your father just like didn't listen to you. Your father told you who you were, he didn't let you explore it. This person is really going to allow you to like be seen and be touched and be felt and be heard. And this is just a very soft energy I'm getting now. That's a 2 too. So this is really about like divine, deep, intimate connection. This is coming. And like I just feel like Pisces season is so when it's in its highest, it's truly the most compassionate sign. And it's really about like seeing someone and holding space for them. And that's exactly what is happening for you. Like you've held space for yourself and now somebody is coming to hold space for you. 3, inspiration. Yeah, this person is an inspiration to you. That's why when like this karma comes in the world, not of it at the beginning, it's like, you know, you can see it, you can smell it. Like, and it's like, you're like, I don't need that. Like you release the Allegiant. I don't need that. Like there's a whole new world in front of me. Okay. Like I'm trying to, like, I'm no longer afraid. I loved you when I was afraid. Now I'm Now I'm free. This is all I've worked for. Why would I go back to that, you know? And this person that comes in just shows you like life is worth living. Like you come back to life and it's because of you. It's your decisions that make you come back to life. You're no longer the victim. Now these beautiful people are coming into your life, like friends, a husband. I literally said this a couple weeks ago. I had this download. I was literally at a flexibility workshop. And y'all know the Leo full moon. And I said in the room, I said, y'all are getting married in 2024. And someone came up to me and said, I've been calling that in. Your divine partner is here. Your divine partner is like, I'm telling you, just as the karmic partner is outside the window, the divine partner is at your front door. And he's ringing the motherfucking bell and he's saying, hi, I'd like to meet your family. Another thing Leo rules is family. This person inspires you. They show you like the good sides of life. They make you feel hopeful, inspired. They make you feel like you can do anything, that you can acquire, attract anything you want. Like you're now becoming a powerful manifester because this person believes in you, and that's all you've ever needed was someone to believe in you. Look at the bees. Bees is like abundance. Bees brings wealth and attraction. Like that's what's beautiful. You're so in love now. This person brings so much love to you. You think you can do anything. So focus on the light because the light is bringing some beautiful things to you. It's gonna shift you. It's gonna bring you even deeper into who you are. Congratulations, baby. Okay, what is already with you? Your light is you. All you have to do is shine it. I'm gonna stop here. I'm really grateful for y'all. Thanks for coming to this reading. This was a powerful one. There was a lot of information in there, so feel free to go back. I'm open for readings now, and you can email me at yang, Y-A-N-G, yin, Y-I-N, studio at gmail.com. Thank you for being here. What a fucking exciting time. Fucking fly high. We're growing, y'all. We're going. We're ascending. Peace.